Hey there, Alex here. This is the TFZ S2 Pro, and it's the first time I'm trying something from TFZ. HiFiGo offered to send these over for review, and I was kinda curious about how a pair of single dynamic driver IEMs would stack up against the multi-driver KZ ZSX in the same price range, so I agreed to give these a try. Before we dive in, just want to make it clear that I don't consider myself an audiophile. I'm just a regular guy trying out some IEMs and trying to see which one lets me enjoy my music a little better. Also, I'm still trying to learn how to describe what I'm hearing, so apologies in advance if I messed things up a bit. With that out of the way, let's get started. And immediately, I'm liking the S2 Pro already. The packaging is so much nicer and more complete. You get one set of ear tips in different sizes, as well as another set of shorter tips with wider bore. There is also a shirt clip, as well as a simple case that I think is made of PVC. It's a cheap case, but it's better than nothing at all. The highlight here is the cable, which feels so much nicer than the one on the ZSX. Granted, you can easily change the cables for both IEMs, but I think at this price point, the cable needs to be a bit better at least. Design-wise, the S2 Pro has a really striking look, especially if you get this red and blue version. It's a simple and clean looking plastic shell with a T on one side and a silhouette of a teddy bear on the other. It's like the complete opposite of how the ZSX looks with its more industrial looking design and metal faceplate. I think both are decent looking and it's just a matter of preference. In terms of fit, they're both relatively comfortable to wear, but I do find the noise isolation maybe just a bit better on the ZSX. Like I mentioned earlier, the S2 Pro only has a single dynamic driver on each side, but it's a slightly larger 11.4mm graphene Tesla magnetic unit, which is supposedly pretty good. Anyway, I would probably describe the sound as being fun, smooth, and a bit on the warmer side. The bass is elevated, but not too bloated. But I do feel like the mids are a bit recessed for my liking. The highs are slightly elevated as well, but rolled off at higher frequencies. Compared to the ZSX, it sounds a bit less detailed, and I think it's more noticeable in the upper mids and treble. I also feel like those regions are not as forward as the ZSX, which makes it sound a little thinner. Also, because the treble are a little rolled off, it loses some of the sparkle that you get on the ZSX, so treble heads probably won't enjoy these as much. I also feel like the ZSX is a bit more balanced sounding in terms of how everything is presented, with just enough elevation in the lows and highs to make it fun to listen to. It is a bit more fatiguing for me, but if I just tame the 8 to 9 kHz a bit with EQ, I can listen to it for hours. But on the other hand, the sound signature on the S2 Pro has its own advantages as well. So on the default tuning, I have no issues with fatigue at all. It also works really well with tracks that places more emphasis on the lower mids to lower frequencies. And I think it will probably appeal to a wider target audience since it works really well for a lot of pop music these days. I also feel like it has a more natural sounding timbre as well, which is something I noticed on the Sony MH755 as well. So overall, I don't think I can really say one is better than the other since they're both good in their own ways. In terms of how the S2 Pro stacks up against other single dynamic driver IEMs or even other TFZ products, I don't really have an answer to that since I haven't really tested that many IEMs yet, so apologies in advance. I did order the Blonde BL03 though, not sure if I'll be reviewing those yet, but I'm looking forward to trying them out. Thanks for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content in the future. Thanks again, and see you guys on the next one.